Scrappy friends, this is Hannah with you today, and I am working on another back in time layout, scrapping, I don't know. Anyway, I should really figure out what I named this series, but I am going back and working on some videos that I had recorded and never shared. So I thought I may have shared this over at Clique Kits, but I couldn't find it. So I'm going to repost this. So I made this for Clique Kits when I was on their design team. And this was last year in May. So this is a little bit over a year old for their International Scrapbooking Day weekend, or national, whatever we want to call it. I think we're calling it international now, right? I think that's what I've been calling it. So you see me use some just green acrylic paint, and I just swiped it down, and then I use that purple paint with a sponge with the stencil. Now it was really messy because the paper down at the bottom is pretty warped, and then I'm just adding some more splatters. These splatters that I'm using were from a color kit that we had a while ago, and it was from Art Philosophy, and so they're concentrated watercolors. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I said that right because apparently I'm talking so fast that I can't say it. And they come with a dropper. They're super cool. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. A tickle in the throat. That always happens when you're about to do a voiceover. So you just drop it and it makes really fun splatters. So as you can see, it very much went on the background, like underneath, and this really warped the page. So I cut it down. I'm going to add this other paper, but I didn't have a full piece, so we are trying something different. And we're it's interesting because as I'm watching this back through, I'm like, man, I'm not sure how I felt about how it was turning out as I'm watching this. And I feel like it's kind of messy for me, so, which is interesting because I know I use mixed media, but I was talking to a friend recently and I was like, I think the thing with me is I like messy, but I also want it to be a calculated messy. So I'm really not as messy as some people might think I am because I want it to look messy, but I intentionally made it look messy, so therefore it's not really messy, if that makes sense. There's all these rules that you have to follow to make it messy, and I think that was part of the problem, but I really love how this turned out. It's super fun, and any paper that warps like that, once you put it in your album or you have it stacked with a lot of other layouts, it really does tone it down, and it will not be so weird in the page protector. It just has to sit for a while to let all that weight kind of even it out. So I'm using my typical layers. I just took we had a lot of Vicki Boutin in that, and I'm not sure if I used it from a collection. So it had Vicki Boutin, it had some Ella's Studio or Ellie Studio. I don't know. I should really find out how you really say that. But I'm making some of these little bows with that thread, the embroidery thread, and I'm going to kind of start looking through to see what I can put there. And so I have a whole bunch of the ephemera from that one kit, and I believe that was the kit that was that month or the month before. I don't remember what the name of the kit was. I know, like I said, I know it had some Ellie Studio, those tags were there. And so I cut that off. It had some pretty little studio, like flags and this little label. It's not little, it's a big label. I'm going to use both sides. So I'm going to use a part of the tag, the label, and that banner flag, and it really turned out really fun with, and then I just glued that down, and I'm going to put a sequin in it, like on the top, because there's that extra glue and you're going to see it. So the sequin will help it so it just looks fun, right? So, and I do have some stuff on the bottom. I think I must have lost some of the recording or something, which tends to happen when you leave a layout on your pad for a year, over a year. So it's okay. I'm still looking through this. I had to cut through some of this because I was looking through this stuff forever. And I was like, what is the deal here? Actually, this feels like this is slow. I wonder if I didn't speed this part up. Maybe that's why it looked like I was looking through it forever. That could have been it, guys. It wouldn't be the first time that I've done that. Because I'm moving pretty slow for it being in 4 time. So when I do my videos, I speed it up 4 times because if you guys watched it in real time, it takes me quite a while to do, especially a lot of these mixed media layouts. They do take a lot longer. I think this is in regular time. So I'm taking this little tag, or it's not a tag, it's like a ruler or something, and I'm going to cut it and add more layers because of course I needed more. When in doubt, always add more layers. That should be my motto. But it's super fun. I think I've scrapped either this photo or a photo like it recently, if I'm not mistaken. I think I used it with I think it was one of the ones I just posted recently. But I'm okay. I'm all for scrapping the same photo, but like maybe changing up the story. So here's one of the things I will say, and while I'm adding more layers, because I'm going to add some more of this stuff, just to, you know, make those layers really awesome, is that sometimes when I'm recording, I don't share like the journaling on there. And actually a lot of times I find lately I like to add the journaling later, like after I've already taken pictures. And my thing is, I know people love to see all the journaling, but sometimes I don't really want to share the journaling, which, you know, is fine, right? Yeah, see? Yeah, I think I just didn't fast forward it. Oh well, that's all good. It's okay. You just see me do layers in real time. But also, here's the thing, is I love a nice clean layout, you know, and then once you add the journaling, at least for me, I love to have my handwritten journaling because I feel like it's a part of me, and maybe when my kids see it or my grandkids, they'll go, oh yeah, that's her handwriting. That's, you know, mom's, that's grandma's. And I really would love that because there's just something about seeing your family members' handwriting that like just is really awesome, right? So that really was the thing for me. And so I don't want to mess it up by writing on there. And I know I'm going to mess it up because I know I'm going to put the journaling, like if it tends to be a lot of journaling, I will just write it wherever I can find space. And that is totally okay. And maybe I should share more of that sometimes just so people can see just how crazy. But sometimes it throws off the flow of the layout. So if you don't see journaling on my layout, it's probably because I just haven't added it yet and I wanted it to look more picture friendly. So now you've seen me add some stuff down at the bottom more. I added a few more like sprigs of flowery things. And then, let's see, my title is Happy something. Happy fun. I wanted to say it said fun, but I don't think it did. Happy Kona is, I think, what I put down. I think that's what I said. She's definitely happy. She was playing ball. So I love to take pictures of her when she's playing ball because she's just super happy. And the way that the kind of dog that she is, she's super expressive when she's happy. And she just loves to play ball. And I've gotten some really fun pictures with my nice camera. But anyway, I'm almost done with this. I'm just adding a few more little bits and pieces because, you know, I want to make it worth it. I have all that stuff. I might as well add as much. So I also want to add this little thing, tassel that I made. I made that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember making that. And so I just used a clip and added it on there, and it turned out really cute. So here's the layout. You're going to see all of these pictures, and it really did turn out really nice. It's super bright and colorful, and that was really fun, but it's definitely warpy. So, you know, you win some, you lose some with the warpiness. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Bye.